In this video, I'm going to be showing you the ultimate way on how to get the lowest delay possible on your mouse and keyboard. Boys, most people don't know how to get the lowest delay on mouse and keyboard. They only worry about optimizing their PC, when in reality, most of your delay can also come from mouse and keyboard. And obviously, in this video, I'll be showing you how to get this as low as possible. Boys, if I can ask for one thing in return, quickly leave a like, quickly subscribe, as it means so much to me. But without further ado, I'm not going to waste time anymore. Let's get straight into this video. So then, boys, throughout this video, we're going to be making sure to go from quite basic tweaks to very advanced, so make sure you stay tuned till the very end because you don't want to miss the most important ones. So the first one we want to do, still very important, we want to search control panel, just like so. Once control panel pops up just like so, there's multiple things you can choose from. The one we're looking for, ease of access. Click onto ease of access, then ease of access center, the top one, click onto just like so. Now there'll be multiple settings right here. Obviously make the keyboard easier to use. We could do that one, but not going to be doing that one. What we're going to be doing, making the mouse easier to use. We're going to be making sure your mouse is the most optimal speed it possibly can be. Now one thing you want to do, set up mouse keys. Once you're on that, turn on mouse keys, make sure this is off right here. Keyboard shortcut, turn on mouse keys with left alt, press left shift, all of that stuff. Make sure that is off. You don't want mouse keys for anything. Now, pointer speed, you can set this to whatever you want. I wouldn't really mess with this. How it is default is pretty much the best one around here. But the one we want to look for, acceleration. Look, I'm just going to put it on fast. As you move your mouse, I'm not joking, it will speed up. And I'm sure most of you watching this video are on the half point. So your muscle memory will never be able to get used to it, because obviously if you move your mouse faster for a longer period of time, it just speeds up. No one wants mouse acceleration on their mouse, so make sure you get this button, turn it all the way down to slow. You don't want anything to do with acceleration. And I'll show you another thing as well, because most people disable it and they think they've disabled mouse acceleration, but this one right here in mouse keys is the one where you want to disable it most often. So make sure you put that onto slow. Now the next one you want to do, other settings, use mouse keys when num lock is on. You actually do want that one on. Display the mouse keys icon in the taskbar, you actually want that one on as well. Now once you've done the acceleration to slow, make sure you press apply and then OK. Obviously it'll take a second to do, but then once it does, I'll get back to you guys. Now for the second tweak, just like I said, we're getting more and more advanced. The second one, we're going to be making sure our mouse is up to speed with the right polling rate. Now you guys are probably thinking, Gingy, this is so easy to do. We'll just download the Logitech G Hub app. You don't want to do that. Obviously this is for the Logitech mouse, because I'm sure most of you watching this video, about 90% of you have the Logitech G Pro Wireless. If not, and you have like a Razer, obviously just download your normal Razer app. But for the Logitech one, boys, you need to follow along for this part. Logitech G Hub app, boys, look right here. Task manager, performance, processors. It uses so much performance out of your PC. So if this is on in the background of your PC, genuinely it will run like trash. So what we're going to do is make sure we're going to get the updated version for the gamers. This isn't for gamers, the Logitech G Hub app. For the gamers, we're going to head over to Google, search onboard memory manager. What you want to download is right here. It's quite hard to find because it's on Logitech support. It's in the deep downs website of Logitech. Obviously this isn't a virus, it's literally from Logitech, by the way, so you can't say it's a virus. Once you're on here, you literally want to download now. Obviously it'll take a second, but I'll walk you guys through it. Press open on it and literally you'll be greeted just like so. It is 10 times better than the Logitech G Hub app, so you can make sure to uninstall that. Instead we're going to be using the onboard memory manager. So what we have right here, of course, Pro X Wireless, says your battery, literally pretty much the same as the Logitech G Hub app, but one thing we want to look for, report rate, 1000 Hertz. You want to click the highest amount possible. This is for every single mouse you guys watching this video. Click almost the highest amount possible, unless there is one but. If you have above 2000 Hertz, in my opinion, click on 2000 Hertz. Obviously I don't have it, but there are some mouse out there with like 8000 Hertz polling rate. At that point it genuinely causes stutters when you're going with your mouse, because your PC can't keep up to date with the refresh rate. So click around 2000 if you have 2000. If your highest is 1000, just like me, click onto 1000. But it's easily the best app is the onboard memory manager from Logitech. Obviously make sure it's on the Logitech website. Once you're done with that, we can move on to our next week. And now for our next week, you guys need to listen in quite clearly because it's super important. Before we get into it, I want to quickly talk about Gear Up. By the way, boys, I'm not going to go into it too much, literally just 10 seconds. If you want zero delay, purely zero delay, zero ping, you need to be downloading Gear Up. Literally pros are using it, so make sure you download it in the description of my video. It's a free trial as well, so what's the point of not trying it? I'm just telling you guys because it's super underrated and not many people are talking about it. So if you want zero ping, download Gear Up in the description of my video. Obviously this is for mouse and keyboard, so we won't get into that. Now the second one, we need to download your keyboard's utility app. So most of you probably have an Apex Pro TKL or a Wooting. If you don't have either one of those, I'm not gonna lie, I really would recommend buying the Apex Pro TKO or Wooting. In me, I literally have a Wooting, that's why I have the Wootility app. So now one thing I need to teach you guys, in any single software you guys have, so for example the Apex Pro or the Wooting, follow along carefully. So remember, even if you have an Apex Pro TKO, make sure you download the software for it. You need always the software for your devices. So once you have the Apex Pro TKO software downloaded, or for me the Wooting, you guys need to follow along, because even for the Apex Pro it's very similar to this. What you want to look for, something called activation point. Once you found the activation point, you need to locate the key you edit with. So for me, F, make sure you put that on 0.1 millimeters. I'm pretty sure for the Apex Pro TKO you can't go this low, you can go around 0.3 I think it is, so make sure you put it on the lowest. Now you're probably thinking, Ginger, let me just do that for every single key on my keyboard. Do not do that, boys, because you will accidentally, literally, I'm not joking, when I hit my desk hard enough and my spacebar is on 0.1 millimeters, my character will jump because the vibration so hard it goes into my keyboard, and obviously my keyboard goes 0.1 millimeters down. It is crazy. So make sure you play every other key around 0.5. I'm not joking, 0.5 for every single other key apart from your edit bind. Remember, your edit bind needs to be 0.1. Now, of course, if you have the Wooting, you can enable rapid trigger sensitivity, make sure that's on. Continuous rapid trigger, make sure that's on. 4F, by the way, we'll only talk about your edit bind. Obviously, if your edit bind isn't F, you just do not do this. If your edit bind is G, do this all for G or R. Just make sure your edit bind is on the lowest thing it possibly can be. Now for the next one as well, for the Apex Pro TKO, I'm pretty sure you can do this. Make sure you enable Rapid Snappy. So when Rapid Snappy monitors the two selected keys and activates whichever key is pressed down further, make sure you put that for A and D. Why? Because sometimes you may slightly press another key without even realizing it on the A and D buttons, so make sure you do A and D. Pretty sure you can do that for the Apex Pro TKO as well. Now once you have done this, you can close the software for your keyboard as well, and we'll move on to our next tweak. Now for this next tweak, remember how earlier on in the video I said your mouse acceleration needs to turn it off in multiple settings? Now I'll be showing you how to turn it off in the other settings as well to make sure it's fully off. Search mouse on the bottom right here, mouse settings will pop up. Right here we want to go additional mouse settings, mouse properties. Do not do anything with a double click speed, you don't want it to be fast or slow, literally just put it directly in the middle. Second thing you want to do, on the pointer options, select the pointer speed. You don't want to mess with any of that again. Enhance pointer precision, most of you this is probably on. Now what does this do? Give you mouse acceleration again. You can pretty much see it in that photo right there, accelerating as it goes. That's what enhanced pointer precision is. Make sure that is off. Once that is off, you can press apply. It will obviously take a second. Now the second thing you need to do on this thing as well will actually be something to do with this page right here. Obviously we're not going to be messing with any of that. Roll the mouse wheel to scroll. It can either be one screen at a time or multiple lines at a time. Choose multiple lines at a time. Now for some of you this may be on 5, this may be on 10. The problem with this, if you're playing scroll or reset, sometimes you may notice you're scrolling and it doesn't actually reset. Why is this? Because it's on number 5 or number 10. Make sure this is all the way down to 1. So one tiny click in your mouse's scroll wheel, that is when you'll edit. So for 5 clicks on your scroll wheel, that's when you'll edit. So make sure that's on 1. That's a common misconception. Everyone has it on 5 or 10. You need to put that one on 1. And boys, once we're done with that is the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, as it means so much to me. I'll see you guys on further this week.